Chris, it's been a while since we've caught up. Can you give me your thoughts on the previous performances from the team?
Yeah, I think we seem to have turned the corner. We've been waiting a long time for. I think since we last we lost to Briz, we had a decent first half and then just kind of fell apart and ran out of legs in the second half against a good side. And since then we've been sound. You know, we put in a solid performance at Cadbury Heath on a really difficult pitch. That was probably the turning point. I think we'd played a friendly a week before against Bath Uni, where we found a shape that kind of suits us. So we've stuck with it for a little while. Cadbury Heath was a really good performance. It was just a proper footballing performance. After that, we rolled into Downton, the Cup semi-final on Tuesday, and with a very limited side, we went down there and the guys were absolutely unreal. The performance was solid, the football was good, the work rate and attitude by everyone was perfect, and they deservedly won the game there. And then Saturday we went to Keynsham, I think, it's a really weird one, because I think they're a really good footballing side. Young lads that want to play and do the right things. They've probably just been found out more often not this season against some senior experienced lads that just maybe win by the dark arts of the game. But they're a very good little side. And I think we did all right. I think we were good. We just didn't take some chances in the second half that we probably needed to get the points on the board. And then last night obviously was Gillingham at home, and we were again really good. Should have been well out of sight by half time. Conceded a sloppy goal from a slight mistake at the end of the first half. But again, football's good. People that are paying to come and watch us in a minute, I think would be happy with the football we're playing. So we're trying to provide that entertainment value and do things the right way. You know, there's some teams that play to their strengths and it's not overly pretty. We're not set up like that. So we're trying to do things different, trying to do things our own way. And at the minute it's working if the lads can stick together and keep doing it.
You mentioned this change in shape. Do you attribute that to the turn in fortunes for the team, or do you think maybe it's a case of the team gelling a little bit more as we get to the end of the season?
I think maybe the shape, we're less square pegs in round holes at the minute. Certain people have now got certain roles within the side that probably suit them better than what they had before. So, I think it's just the players we've got available. It's something we stumbled upon. But at the same time, we know we can flick into 1, 2, maybe even 3 different shapes. Stuff we've had a look at recently and worked on. So I think we'll be fine no matter sort of how we play.
Now, we're recording this on the date of our appeal against the charge brought to us by the FA.
Yeah.
What's your reaction to that?
Listen, I'm absolutely gutted for myself, for the lads, the supporters. I think it's a poor decision from the FA. As much as they'll say the rules are there, they can be relaxed at other times. We obviously have to be careful with what we say. We've put our statement out as a club, and obviously we'll comment no further on that. Really, it's a shit time if we're honest. Listen, the lads have beat Malmesbury and Downton in this year's competition, 2 of the best clubs in it by a country mile. And it's disappointing. It is. We've missed it by the smallest of fractions. The lads played 2 league games, 2 friendlies, been here for a couple of months, 6, 7 games I think we've recorded that he was unavailable for through postponements and holiday. All he had to do was play seconds in one of those, and that's the margin we're talking of. And it's just, the rule's just been missed by the secretary. He's a sound bloke. He's been spot on since we took the job. He's normally on everything. But listen, this has happened to bigger clubs in bigger competitions. It's probably one of the worst team talks I've had to do last night. You know, after a great performance, I've had to break the news to the lads. They were entitled to know, especially with the hearing today. Yeah, and it's sad as it sounds and like shit, my heart broke for them because they've worked hard all year. It was meant to be a season of enjoyment, you know, easier than last year. You know, we got mentally, physically beat up last year in the relegation that we took. Obviously this year we wanted it to be a lot more plain sailing. We've had the manager leave early doors. Goalkeeper coach has obviously been picked up by a Southern League club, so the management side of it's been reduced heavily. Players have kind of come and gone. We've had injury problems, obviously the same as everyone else. But listen, the core have stuck at it, and you know, let's make no bones about it. They deserve to be in a cup final. You know, obviously, it is what it is. You know, wish Downton all the best. There was a couple of sound guys I spoke to down there. They probably don't want to be in the final the way they've got there. But it's a freebie for them now. And yeah, there's probably not much more we should say on it as much as I could. I've dealt with these authorities for years now, and they are what they are. They won't change as much as they probably need to within the system. But it's yeah, it is what it is. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, we should be there on that night, and we would have celebrated lifting the trophy, no doubt. I think the lads have put that much into it. They wouldn't have let that. They wouldn't have slipped at the final hurdle. But we have to regroup. We have to go again. Like I said earlier, stick together. Got some big games coming up over the next few days, few weeks. It's now on the lads how they want to use it. You know, do they just fold and feel sorry for themselves, or, you know, regroup, use it as a bit of fuel, put it into them next couple of performances and see where it takes us.
Perfect. And have you got a message to the supporters following today's news?
Yeah, listen, you know, you're not going to find anyone more gutted than I am. You deserve a cup final. You know, after the last couple of years, what's happened, we can't keep falling back on that and rattling on about it. But you and the club have been through the ringer. It's gutting for you guys, and I wish it didn't happen. But we don't throw people under the bus that are volunteers for the football club and do the job. So we'll stick together, we'll rally round people that need to be sort of picked up a little bit. But same as you guys, just stick with the lads. The season's been good off the field as much as on it. The social events that have happened recently have massively raised the profile of the football club. So even with this sort of negative news and bit of a kick in the bollocks, we're on the right track. Let's just keep pushing for the next 9 games or whatever it is, and then go again.
Thank you, Chris.
Legend.